Hi, welcome back to my channel today. um I'm your girl Nene Agada, and this is a follow-up video to the last video that I posted here. The last video we talked about the things you need to do before leaving Nigeria, you know to relocate to another country. But this particular video will now tell you the first things, the most important things, the first things you do when you get to that country. What do I do? Those are things that people really don't know, and they come in and they bit stranded because there are certain things they should do to help them settle in and start living their life there. So this is what this video is going to be about. Even though you want to hear all these little tiny secrets of what to do when you get to the UK, what to do when you get to whatever country you're going to, stick through and follow through to the end of this video. I'll be right back. Hi guys, so welcome back, and let us quickly dive into the list I have today. The things to do once you come into the UK. I don't know how it is for other countries, but here you get your biometric residence permit. That's what we call it. I think in the US it's called F20 or something like that. I don't know what it's called in Canada, but you have to pick up your residence permit. In the UK, your BRP is what gives you the right to live in the UK, your right to work, your right to rent, your right to do anything whatsoever in this United Kingdom is tied strictly to your BRP. So yes, some of you had your BRP sent to your school or to a close post office, near your school. So the first thing you do when you come in is to go and pick up your BRP card. The next thing you have to do is register your national insurance number, your NI number. Now your NI number is your identity code in the UK. It is what is attached to your work. Whatever work you have done in the United Kingdom is tied to this NI, right? Your taxation, everything. And before most people employ you, they want to know that you have either applied for your NI or you have your NI. So it's just good that immediately you come in, apply for your NI. So while the process, you're waiting for the process, for the whole thing to come out, you should have gotten a job. So you don't just get a job and then you're struggling to get your NI out. So the next thing I put here is buy a rail card. Now a rail card is a discount card for your rail movement, for the trains, so you can be able to go across cities easily and cheaper. The rail card gives you a lot of discounts while booking your train fares and whatever. So I usually encourage people to just buy your rail card immediately you come in, so at least that's your discount starts counting from your trip from the airport to whatever city you are going to be. If you're going to be staying in London, the other thing you need to get is your Oyster card. Now your Oyster card is what grants you easier access, or easier commute access in London. So you get your Oyster card, top up with money, and you use it on the buses, on the trains, on the undergrounds, wherever you're going to in London. Another thing I advise people to get is get the bus card of the city that you're going to be living in. Some of them have student discounted cards, so you can be able to go on all the buses, on almost all the buses, whichever one it is in your city. Find out and get on such cards. In Nottingham, where I live, we have what we call the Robin Hood card. Robin Hood card gives you access to every bus and every tram across Nottingham. But find out the one that best suits you as a student and the kind of commute you're going to be doing. Yes, I now said immediately register on job sites and create your CV and start applying. So if you didn't do this while you were back home, because I said in my last video that you could start doing this a few days before you leave the country. But if you didn't start, please immediately you come, start applying to jobs. Apply to as many jobs as possible. Just apply, keep applying until you get the one that you want to keep, or the one that you're okay with. The next thing I put is, please register with a GP. Some people don't know, how important this is. Now you have paid your NHS, your insurance, your health insurance money. Please register with a GP. Don't allow your money to waste. It gives you free medical access in the United Kingdom, right? Free medical access. And then if you haven't registered with a GP yet and you have a medical emergency, you're going to pay out of pocket. You don't want to know how much that's going to cost you. So please, immediately you come in, look for a GP close to where you are living and register with them. Most of them, you can do the registration online, and then they'll finally ask you to bring like a passport or something to the hospital, just so they can confirm like your details with your physical passport or BRP card, whichever one they ask you to come with. But you can go online, search for the nearest GP close to you, and go online and register with them. Then I said, visit your school ASAP and update your timetable. See, this is very important, because once you come into the country, right, the Home Office knows you have come into the country. And most times, the Home Office will communicate with your school and say, this person is in this country. So if you stay and you're not attending classes, eventually your school will find out you're not attending classes. You might get queried for not attending classes, and you don't want to be in a situation where you're having queries back to back, and then the next thing they'll withdraw your tier for sponsorship. You don't want to be in that situation. So immediately you come in, please go to your school, enroll. That's if you're a student. Please, if you're a student, go to your school, enroll, get your timetable, and start attending classes. Here in the UK, attendance is very, 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 very important. So once you have gotten your BRP, it is okay for you to open a bank. Now, one of the easiest banks to open is the bank that we call Monzo. It's an online bank, and it's highly rated. You have Monzo, you have Starling, you have a lot of online bank situations. But what I use is Monzo, and it's good. I love their services. Right, so I'm also going to drop the link in the description box. If you need to open a Monzo account, just click on it and open your Monzo account. It is easy. Like, you don't need to walk into any bank to go and do documentation or anything. Everything is done online. You can finish registering with the bank and get your card, everything in about 3 to 4 working days, right? For you to get your card and all of that. It's such a speedy thing. So when you do that, later you can now settle in and then go and open another bank, like a proper official I don't know how to put it, a proper bank where you can walk into, like Lloyd's, HSBC, and all them likes of it. Then another thing that I did when I came in was I got the Tesco calling app. Now, the Tesco calling app is an app that allows you to call out of Nigeria, out of UK. You're calling other international countries, Nigeria, Pakistan, India, and whatever country you're making that call across to. You're going to be calling for very, very, very small. I think it's about 7 pence per minute or 11 pence. I don't know, but I know it's the cost is very minimal. Very, very, very minimal. So it's easy for you to make calls across to Nigeria, Africa, or whatever country or continent you want to be calling to. It's easier with the Tesco calling app, right? That's what I use. There might be other apps like that. I haven't tried any other one, but what I use is the Tesco international calling app. This helps me reach family, friends, because there's sometimes you want to call people and they're not even online, but you need them to attend to something for you immediately. You use the Tesco calling app. I'm also going to drop a link in the description box below. Another thing that I would advise you to get once you come in is the provisional driver's license. If you get that, it can serve as a means of identification for you, so you don't always have to carry your passport or your BRP around. You can also use it to start the whole learning process, learning how to drive and all of that. So it's just important for you to have the provisional driver's license, as a form of identification, so you don't keep carrying your BRP or passport around. Then another thing I put here is register on the electoral roll in the city where you live. Yes, this is important to help start building your credit score. Yes, registering on the electoral roll is one of the things you can do to boost your credit score. This is a conversation that I'm going to go into details in one of the videos I'm going to create. Yes, because I've been able to successfully hack how to start building good credit immediately you come into the UK as a student, and be eligible for credit offers. So register on the electoral roll. If you're from a Commonwealth nation, you are allowed to be on the electoral roll in the UK, and you're allowed to vote during any election. Now, another thing that I did that really helped me was I got an Amazon Prime free. Yes, so the Amazon Prime enables you to get like free shipping on all your Amazon orders. It gives you access to the Amazon Prime Video. It gives you access to, I think, the books, the Kindle as well, and I got it for free for 6 months. Why? Because I registered with my student email. I'm also going to drop the link in my description box for you, so you yourself can also be able to get 6 months free Amazon delivery and free Amazon services as a student. It's very easy to just register with your student email. And then the last thing I have on my list is find a community and belong to. Yes, in the UK, as an international student or worker, you can't just come in and be an island. Look for people to interact with, people to ask questions, people, like a community. If not, you're just going to be so lonely, and then information will just fly above your head. Things that you could have easily gotten information from somebody, to help you with. You have just stayed and missed out on a lot of opportunities. So please look for a community and be part of identifying with either the international community in your school or a church, or just look for a good community of reasonable people and attach yourself to them. So that is the end of my list. If you know any other thing that you want to add, if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment box below. I'll be looking out for your comments, and I'll be available to respond to your questions in my comment section as well. Thank you for staying through to this video. I am still your amazing favorite YouTuber. Yes, I know, favorite YouTuber, Nene Agada. And thank you for staying through to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe, and then hit the notification bell button so you get notified whenever we update and upload a new video on our site. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.